Welcome to this video on configuring Form Fill applications using Cloud Access Manager. Form Fill Authentication is one of many ways applications can be configured to authenticate their users. It's quote-unquote one of the legacy types of authentication methods, which can also include header injection, Windows or basic authentication, when compared to more modern federation type authentication such as SAML or Windows Federation. But there are a ton of applications out there that's been built using Form Fill Authentication. So what we're going to do in the next few minutes is configure one example using Form Fill application. So I've logged into my Cloud Access Manager web portal interface. I'm going to go ahead and click on Cloud Access Manager Administration. And I don't have any applications configured right now, so we're going to configure a new application. Now, Cloud Access Manager by default ships with a number of templates that you can use to connect to the applications that you see here on the screen. They use various types of authentication. Obviously, some of them may be SAML, Windows Federation, or even Form Fill or other types of authentication. But for our purposes today, I'm going to actually walk you through the steps manually to configure Form Fill application. And the example we'll use will be Evernote. So again, we're going to click on Form Fill, and we're going to click Next. The instructions on the screen is basically asking us to browse over to the site we want to provide single sign into, and in our example it's Evernote. And then also it's asking us to copy this inspect login form utility to our bookmarks toolbar, which I've already done. So let's go ahead and browse to Evernote. And I want to be on the sign in page because that's the login page. I'm going to grab this login page address and paste it in here. As a matter of fact, I don't really need the after action question mark. I'm going to get rid of all of that. This should take me to the exact same place. We'll go ahead and click go. And when we are on the login page, we'll click on the inspect login form so that the utility shows up. And basically it read the HTML. It's telling me that blue is blue, green is green, and orange is orange. If it's not reading it correctly, or if I want to make sure 100% that this is the right field, I could say change, go click on the field, and again the color matching will tell me exactly what the fields are. We'll go ahead and save. This will take us back to Cloud Access Manager. We can configure external access, proxy or not proxy the application. The idea here is if we have an internal application that needs to be accessed by users or employees from outside the network, we can reverse proxy the application so that users don't have to VPN back into the network to access the application. There's a lot of useful use cases for that. We're going to go ahead and click Next here. The only thing I'm going to do on the screen is put a slight delay so that we see the username password being replayed for us when we are done with the wizard. We'll go ahead and click Next. This is the login. So we're going to proxy the application. So we need to tell the interface here what's going to be the URL, the reverse proxy URL that will be translated from Evernote to whatever it is that we come up with. And I do have a wildcard DNS entry. So all I need to do here for the address is give it the first variable in this wildcard, and we'll say Evernote. So it'll be evernote.webapps dellsoftware.sharepoint.com, which will equal to evernote.com. Go ahead and click Next. Who will get access to the application? By default, if I leave this empty, all users will get access. But if I want it to be granular in who gets access to the application, I could start moving roles from the right-hand side to the left-hand side. I'm going to keep it empty. And for the application name, we'll say Evernote. And we'll go ahead and click Next. Now we can go out and fetch the application URL, or the application icon, see if sometimes it renders and sometimes it doesn't. If it doesn't, you can choose your own file in here. I want to make sure that this is the right address as well. The URL is this. Okay, we can put this in a specific section. As we build applications, basically we're going to have a lot of icons on the screen, so we may want to logically kind of organize them in specific sections. Right now I don't have anything going on, so I'll just put it in section application. And we'll go ahead and click on finish. So we just configured a form fill application. Let's go ahead and test it out. Just gonna launch the browser one more time. Let me log in. Don't think I typed administrator correctly. Administrator, okay. Alright, so we see Evernote in here now. We're going to go ahead and click on it. This should take us to the login screen. Notice the URL is evernote.webapps.dellsoftware.sharepoint.com. So we kind of took over. It's a reverse proxy URL. I'm going to provide my credentials. This will be the one and only time I provide my credentials, the first time I hit the application. Okay, and I should be logging in now. Okay, I'm logged in. Let's go ahead and exit out. A couple of ways to confirm that this actually worked. You could click on the application and you'll see the password being replayed in front of you on the screen and it's back in. Or you could just go and click on navigate and look at the password wallet, make sure that it's actually registered user information for you. But again, let's kind of click through it and make sure that Evernote just kind of renders. It was kind of logging me in already. Here we go. So this is Evernote and it's taking me in, and here's my test note. So this was a form fill configuration using Cloud Access Manager. You may find a lot of applications authenticate that way, username, password, submit, and this is the way in which we can configure single sign into such applications. This concludes this video.